What a game. What a football match. You know what? I am honestly angry right now. I am angry and I'm a little bit emotional because I know the things I had to go through. I was going through social media all the days leading up to this match. And the amount of things that I had to listen to. The things I had to listen to from the so-called Arsenal fans. There was one that really, really triggered me. I was going through a post on Twitter and then I saw someone post about, it was about the Arsenal Manchester United game, and he was saying something like, United should choose how they want to play against Arsenal. Because if we choose to defend deep, they're going to get corners and they'll score against us. And then if we choose to press high, they're just going to play through us and score us. And then there's nothing wrong with what he said. But then I just thought about it. I'm like, how confident do you have to be to tell an opposing big team how they should play against you? Tell them that no matter how they come against you, you're going to bust through them. How confident do you have to be? And it's stupid, actually, coming from an Arsenal fan, saying that when all the games I've watched Arsenal play this season, there hasn't been a game where I felt convinced that Arsenal are the best team in the world, because they are not. There hasn't been a game where I watched Arsenal play and they convinced me in the way they play football. I've had to watch Arsenal feed on scrabbles. They had to score corners upon corners upon corners to win games. And then you sit here and talk to a team and tell them how they should come and play against you, like you're some kind of prime backer or prime, Manchester United. It's crazy. The guts that these Arsenal fans have. I kept quiet. I didn't say anything. Because one thing I know about football is that you have to watch the way you talk, especially when things are going good for you. I just knew something about this game today. I told myself that this game was either going to get end in a draw or we win. There was no two ways about it. The only thing I was scared today, and that says a lot about Arsenal fans and how they feel about their team. The only thing I was scared today was set piece. And yes, they did score a goal from set piece. That was the only thing I was scared. And you claim to be the best team in the world. And an opposing team, is only scared about when you take set piece, when you take a corner. That was the only time I was scared. Bro, my heart was racing every time Arsenal had to take a corner. I just dropped when that goal entered. The second goal. I knew, I thought it was coming because we had two fullbacks in Shaw and Dalot that didn't see anything wrong in giving away corners. I mean, it's not something bad to do, but when you're playing against a team that depend on corners to win goals, you should, limit the amount of corners you give to them. It's disgraceful. Honestly. I am so fucking proud of this team. And it's not a surprise that we won today. It's not a surprise. I'm just surprised that Arsenal looks down on us. I was pained. I was hurt with things I was seeing a lot of these fans say to us. Yes, Arsenal are a very good side this season. I'm not going to take that away from them. They're a very good side. They're top of the Premier League. They're top of the Champions League. It's not an easy thing to do. So I give them accolades for that. But you don't talk down to another big team. You don't talk down to, especially Manchester United. You don't talk, they were saying it's the Emirates. We haven't won in the Emirates in a long time, and I get it. We haven't won in Anfield in almost 9 to 10 years, and we did that this season. So you should have thought about that a little bit. The audacity. It's the Emirates. We're never going to win. We're never going to win. We haven't lost the game in the Emirates. I scored you 3 beautiful goals. It's the Emirates. You were depending on scrappy goals to win. I'm supposed to be happy because we won, but I'm so angry. If I keep thinking about the things I had to read leading up to this game, I'm really, really angry. Really, really angry. Because it's stupid. Yeah, I know it's all banter and that, but you need to relax. let the game play, and then you talk after the game. It don't matter whether you've won a treble or I don't care what you've won. But a big game is a big game. You just relax and talk after the game. Saying all the bullshit they had to say, all the things I had to read leading up to this game. I am so angry. So angry. But I hope that will serve as a lesson to you Arsenal fans, you especially Arsenal fans. That will serve as a lesson to you guys. Because I don't understand where you're getting your confidence from. I was saying again, there has not been a match where I watched Arsenal play and I was convinced by that style of play. I have never been convinced. Yes, they won 3-1 against Inter Milan. I get it. The only reason they go on to win games with confidence is the fact that defensively, Arsenal are a very, very good organized team. I will give them that. But in terms of attacking, bro, I haven't watched a game where Arsenal were excellent in attacking. I haven't. We're in the second phase of the season. The season is going to end soon. I haven't watched a game where I saw Arsenal attack with brilliance. And that's the team that was talking down on me, telling me they were going to batter me. You know, it's not their fault. I don't blame you. It's not easy to be in the Premier League, top of the Premier League and top of the Champions League. I will understand where your boldness and confidence were coming from, but I hope today to teach you a lesson that you will never forget. I don't care if you go on to win the Premier League. I've made my statement. Relax. Just relax. You're a good team. It will show on the football pitch. If you're a good team, it will show on the football pitch. The better side today was Manchester United. I didn't see nothing Arsenal played that convinced me. The way we kept the ball, the way we controlled the midfield, the way we were physically more dominant than Arsenal. There was only one team today, and that's Arsenal. And that was Manchester United. Arsenal wanted to score goals from set piece. And I don't blame them. That's the only way they can score a goal. Look, if you want to claim to be the best team in the world, at least try and be convincing. Play some attacking football. Play some convincing football. Why do you have to rely on corners every time? Why do you have to push the goalkeeper inside the post to score a goal? And you are the best team in the world. I should believe that you are the best team in the world. And you can't score a normal goal, like a normal team. Dirty, nonsense style of football you guys have. The better team won today. Imagine an Arsenal fan telling me I should choose how I want to approach the game. Either way, they're going to win. How the fuck did you approach the game today? What would you say about that performance you just had? At your home? At fucking Emirates? What would you say about that performance? Serves you all right. Serves all of you right. Now, let me talk about the winners of today. Manchester United. I'm not going to get ahead of myself, because I know games that I can win. I wasn't very, very confident, against City. I wasn't very confident against City. But we won against City, and then that's when I saw something in this team, especially with the way Carrick set us up. And then I had to go on social media and see all the things I had to read. I was just laughing. Next time, just try and look at the people you're talking down on, right? Before you start saying things. Kudos to the team that won today. I think Patrick Dorgu was excellent. He was strong. And that goal he scored was just unbelievable. For a defender, we bought Patrick Dorgu to play as a defender for this team, but he's been our best attacker so far. He's been our most informed attacker so far. It's crazy. I think Bruno dropped a little bit in this game, but still, he still got 2 assists. Right? But I think he kind of lets the atmosphere get to him. But still, your form and your brilliance and your talent tends to outshine the situation. And that's what happened to Bruno today. Kudos to Ahmad. I mean, he didn't really have much to do in the game, but defensively, it was great. Same with Dorgu. Casemiro and Mane were just brilliant. Bro, Amorim You know what? I'm not going to say much about you, but you should look at yourself and you should feel ashamed for how you approached football in this team. You never understand this football club. You never played for United, so I understand why you don't understand this team. You don't understand how this team used to play, the foundation at which this club was built on. You don't understand any of that. And that's why when you were losing games, you would take off a defender for another defender. So I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Right? But you're out now. That's what I'm very happy for. I wanted you out. You are gone now. Now let's move forward. I'm not going to talk about you anymore, but you should look at what Merino has been doing since he came into this team and be ashamed of yourself. That's all I have to say. Kudos to defenders. I think Martinez was overly too confident today. We all know he's a very brilliant ball-playing defender, but I think he was very, very confident today, and he kind of like wanted to cost us, but still, he still had a very good game. Sure, struggled a little bit against Saka, but still, the fact that Dorgu was coming out to help him also kind of helped Saka and Shaw in dealing with Saka. Dalot, brilliant. I'm not a big fan of Dalot, but I have to give accolades when he performs like this. Dalot was focused, and he tends to turn up in all these big games. So I'm not surprised about Dalot's performance here, but I still have to give him, the thumbs up for this game today. I thought it was excellent. And Maguire, great performance from you again. I think with all the challenges you've had to go through in your career as a Manchester United player, for any other player, it would have taken a very downhill for him, but you've grown and grown into, I could easily consider you a legend of this football club because what you've gone through wasn't easy. Kudos to you today and your performance today against Arsenal. Lamens was brilliant. And then to Cunha, what a player, man. What a player. As soon as Cunha came into the pitch, I just knew it was game over. Obviously, Arsenal went on to score the second goal, but there's something Cunha brings to the team. The fact that when you bring Cunha into a game that you are winning, it's game over because Cunha is a player that will frustrate you. The opposite side, he tends to draw out fouls. He's a Jack Grealish kind of player, draw out fouls, and his quality is just so good, man. So good. So good. All we need to do now, going to the transfer window, is get a little bit of reinforcement in defense and then solidify that midfield. Bro, we're looking at a very serious team here. Very serious team. And it's crazy because I haven't said this about United in a very long time. But a little bit of, reinforcement into this team, and we are looking at a very serious team. Very serious team. Happy for the win today. Arsenal fans, take that. You deserve that loss. You deserve that loss for all the shit you said. You deserve it. Stay tuned. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.